It costs $50,000 per year to come to this event. We're in the Bahamas right now. They have 4 events per year. And I'm just going to kind of run down why would this be worth it for somebody? I mean, this is crazy. $50,000 per year. That is what more than what most people make per year. They're just spending that on a damn mastermind group. Well, for me, I get to come because I work with some of the speakers. I'm not going to say it because then you're going to think I'm biased, but I'm not. I would actually join something like this if I had the money. Either way, there's the tax portion because you can write this off on your taxes as a business expense. And then I like to hang out with these caliber of people who are making 10, $20 million a year doing incredibly high production stuff, how they are diversifying their wealth, most of them into different real estate funds or doing it themselves. A lot of the people here are running huge real estate portfolios and syndications. So if you are in that kind of position where money's really no object, but you're still trying to grow a business, pretty much every single person that I've talked to here have learned something that have saved them a few $1 million on either taxes or what they can do to get a higher ROI on their liquid cash that they're just kind of sitting on the sidelines with. I mean, every single person said that it's just paying for itself because the people that you talk to, you are guaranteed to learn something. Let's say you personally are making $10 million a year. That's kind of what the average person here is doing. But you're the leader. You're running the business. You're doing everything yourself. But then you come to a room where you're kind of at the bottom of the pack. Everyone else here is making quite a bit more money than you. And one mind running a business can accomplish just so much. But then when you're surrounded by 50, 60 other people who are doing bigger businesses than you, and you get to pick their brain as to what they can do to scale, what they can do to solve each problem or whatever it is that you were kind of trying to think through, someone that's already been in that situation is almost guaranteed. First, they're going to help you. Second, if you take action on that advice because that person was already there, you're pretty guaranteed to solve that problem. And that's kind of what having a community like this is all about. Like the old cringy saying, your net worth is your network. That is everything that I've seen so far in my entire life. As cringy as that is, every single opportunity that I've gotten is because I've met somebody and I've taken advantage of having a conversation with that person, which has then led to some sort of further business discussion. Every single opportunity I've ever had in my entire life has been that way. It's just been meeting somebody who I really admire and talking to them and then moving forward with some sort of business plan. That's literally how I've gotten 100% of the work I've ever received in my entire life. This is one of the last days of the event. And one of the guys who run this thing, he has a few $1 billion real estate portfolio, and I'm going to be working with him after this. That's crazy. That is crazy. Pretty much every single one of the members here have asked me to work for them in some manner, shape, or formation because they, when you're in a room with these people, they see how motivated you are and see how curious with everything. And most of them need my skill set for something that they're doing. So imagine that. I could lose every single client that I have right now or every single job that I'm doing. And probably within an hour, I could be making just as much money as I am right now, working with different people of the same caliber. That's ridiculous. And then I know someone's gonna say, Josh, why don't you just scale and you do all these things? I'm not in a position to do that yet. Okay. Right now, reputation and credibility means way more. The reason why every single person here wants to work with me is because every single person I've worked with, they've seen such great results. So that is my number one priority is maintaining the results. If you do work for me, are fucking fantastic. So I could hire a bunch of people and I could work with every single one of them and probably squeeze out maybe double or triple my income for a year. But then what's the long-term credibility is going to go down because I know right now the results, if I just train someone for a month to do it, would be much worse than if I were doing it myself. The only reason why I'm not doing that is because my credibility matters way more to me right now. All right. So I can continue to get these opportunities because right now I'm like a rare commodity to them. If I open up and say, hey, you know what? I can help you out for a few months, they are super excited and they have their wallets ready. So that is the goal, right? Be Louis Vuitton and not Walmart because then when your new product launches, people want to buy it. That is something that Alex Hermosi really, really taught me. So thank you, Alex. So yeah, that guy who's a billionaire, and I've been working to try and get to try and work with him because he has the biggest opportunity of anyone I've ever met. I'm just going to tell you my game plan with him because I think that is a bit of value. He has a YouTube channel, and his name's Ken McElroy, but then I'm giving away the whole event. But no one fucking watches these videos anyway, so who cares? So he has a few $1 billion in real estate. Probably personally, he's just near $1 billion. Yeah, I mean, he's a jet. He is fucking everything. He's one of the coolest guys I've ever met in my entire life. So right now, he's on YouTube trying to compete with other YouTubers in the real estate space. That those YouTubers maybe bought 1 or 2 properties, rented them out, and then started making a YouTube channel and started to sell courses on it. And they understood YouTube so they could grow that and sell their courses. Whereas this guy, he has, I think, like 6,000 to 10,000 units. And that is different places that people are living in. He is housing like 20 to 40,000 people because a few people live in each house. That is crazy. How many people on YouTube or anywhere on social media have that much credibility? None. That's part of the reason why Alex Hormozi does so good, because his information is so amazing because he is actually living the life of a massive business owner. This guy is actually a lot bigger than Alex Hormozi, and he has, I think, 300 to 400 employees, he was telling me. So why is he not showcasing his business? Instead, he's trying to make the same real estate videos that Graham Stephan and Meet Kevin are making. That is the completely wrong thing. What he needs to do is change his niche, upgrade the production, and kind of show his lifestyle as a billionaire entrepreneur, kind of. And I have a huge edge there because I understand the packaging, the kind of the scripting that needs to go into that, and I'm going to do everything. So right now I'm going to go there. He says he's going to hook me up with a place to stay, a car, badass. So I'm going to take over his social media team. And then what are viewers? All they are potential customers. So right now he's getting about 250,000 views per month. I am going to make a bet right now. If you guys look at his channel in 6 to 12 months, it will be doing 10 million views per month. Okay. So if we can bring him from 250,000 to like 5 to 10 million, he also does have a few products that he sells on the back end. So that my goal with him is to convert those viewers. Of course, I would rather buy his product than Meet Kevin's if I was interested in real estate. So you're not like manipulating anyone. It is just finding the right market. That's what you do. You're trying to find a reach to where more people who are interested in your stuff want to buy it. That's exactly what free market capitalism is. And I'm just trying to provide him with that facility. And then I'll do all the back end stuff as well to funnel them to the product. And then what I do is say, how much money are you making from those products right now? He's like, I don't know, it's nothing. He's like, it's $30,000. And I was like, I really wish I was making $30,000 a month. But right now you're not paying me anything. Don't pay me anything at all. But anything above what you're currently doing, what if I get 20 to 30% of that? And I'll see what he says. If I'm right, and within, let's say, 12 months, we can get him up to 10 million views per month, he'd be making $250,000 to $500,000 per month from that. Easy. Probably. I don't know. The math will get a bit wonky, but that's just a rough estimate. So imagine that. That would increase revenue and the conversion rate a shit ton. And then what if I'm still getting 20 to 30% over that $30,000? That would be insane. That is my main goal that I'm going to try and structure with him, because he doesn't really care about this right now. He knows that he values someone like me to come in and do it all for him, and they would pay me handsomely to do that, especially when I'm structuring it where this is a favor for them. I'm structuring the deal in a way where I am the prize, where they want me to come help them, which is a huge position to be in. So then you can kind of name your terms and conditions. He's basically saying, since you're doing me a favor, I'm going to fly you out. We're going to hook you up with a spot to stay. We're going to hook you up with a car so you can drive and do all this stuff. And I was just like, whoa, I get to come. So there's another lesson that I have been able to cultivate pretty well. Let's just say you're going to move into your dream house and you walk into a house and you just are lit up. You said, this is the best house I've ever seen in my entire life. I need it no matter what. You can't show your realtor that this is your best house and you're going to pay an extra $100,000 for it just because it's your dream home. No, you have to play it cool. You have to say, yeah, I don't like the paint on the color. I mean, we could probably fix this. The yard's not too good. I'd like a pool in the back. You have to underplay it because then the realtor is going to be trying to fight for your business, whereas you already want that business. It's just the way that you are psychologically structured it. So that's the goal. Am I going to fail miserably? And we're going to go from 30,000 to $0 per month because I suck at what I do? Probably. Probably. This is something that I've not done before because I'm changing his niche kind of. Right now, he's kind of focused on real estate. Instead, I'm going to change it to business with a backdrop of all this information on real estate, but the way that we package it from a title thumbnail standpoint. And he's not going to be doing sit down videos. I'm going to be walking around with him in the office, kind of structuring an idea for a video and then filling out the rest. So I've never done anything like this before. I don't know how it's going to go. If it goes well, it is going to go incredibly well, though. So this is one of those times where I'm going to be swinging as far for the fences as I can possibly swing, because this could set me up to kind of for the rest of my life. Another reason is because he runs a $1 billion real estate fund, way more than $1 billion. So I get to learn everything from him. And every single person who joined this group is pretty much for this guy because he's fucking brilliant. He is absolutely brilliant. Just for example, one of the deals that he's doing right now is he's buying like 1,500 billboards. It's like, I didn't even know that was a thing, but he was walking me through the math behind it. Billboards, for some reason, I don't know who would know this, but it is in the same taxable outcome as farm equipment to where you can write it off before a year ago, 100% year one. So you can write off 100% of what you buy year one on your taxes. So if you have a big tax hit, I think he's spending like $50 to $100 million on it, and he gets to write off 100% of that. There's so many other things that go into it. Now it's 80% because Joe Biden changed the tax law a little. But doing and learning those kinds of things, I would never, ever in my entire life think that billboards are a way to structure a tax advantage cash flow real estate investment. I would never think of that. And now, if I make a lot of money with him, I can just say, hey, I'll give you a bit of the money. He probably won't take the management fee. It would be a lot better because we'd be helping each other out. So it is an incredibly exciting time to be alive. This got off topic of the title of the video, which is I'm at an event that costs $50,000. But this is the kind of things that happen when you are in one of these groups. A lot of the things is these people have kids, and now a lot of their kids are working with some of the other members, because even if your dad is super successful, most people have a hard time listening to their parents. So they think their parents are always wrong. But when someone else says something, it's just like the gospel's coming in, even if it's the same thing that your parents said. Just the way the world works. Too bad. But now they're kind of mingling in their kids so they can start working with some of the other members and get a great education experience. I really like it. I think it's worth it. It's easy for me to say because I'm going for free. So goodbye.